like the idea that a voice can just go somewhere uninvited, like a dirty thought in a nice clean mind.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jay back at you again. Want to talk about a federal judge appointed by Donald Trump just ruled against Donald Trump and Elon Musk over the USAID layoffs. And if you don't know what's going on, Elon's gutting USAID. We talked about this in a previous video, and we can get into how important USAID is in a second. But what they did is they laid off 500 people right off the bat and went to go lay off another 2,200. And a federal judge appointed by Donald Trump jumped in and put a freeze and said, you are not going to lay off the other 2,200 and you are going to reinstate the 500. Which is great news, because this is a fight to keep USAID. And why this is so important is not only does USAID give aid around the world, helps bring clean water to countries, provides clean water for people, HIV treatment. They buy billions of dollars in grain from the U.S. farmers to help feed the world, which is not happening now. So now these farmers are going to lose out on all this money for grain and wheat and different things that they grow that get bought by USAID to help feed the world. And now it's just going to sit there when they were banking on this money, right? These farmers were banking on the fact that USAID was going to buy this from them, because they have. Since World War II, they've been buying this from our farmers, which helps our farming economy, which helps the U.S. economy, which blah, 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 blah. You know, people don't want to hear that shit, but everything's connected. So Trump and Elon decided to go after USAID and gut them because, get this is going to blow your fucking mind, because USAID came out against Elon and said that he had poor business practices in the past. And Elon is now trying to get even with USAID. And the reason that Donald Trump's going along with it is because he's Elon's bitch. Because his last term, Trump praised USAID and how much great things they did for the world and how they bought us goodwill, which is true. They buy us goodwill around the world. So we give this aid and this help so that when another country goes to sell a port, they don't just sell it to China, because China, Russia, ISIS, they all have these type of programs giving aid to buy goodwill, because it's good to make alliances around the world. And so not only do they give the U.S. a chance to bid on a port or another piece of strategic land if they go to sell it, they don't just go running to China or Russia right away. It builds goodwill because we build alliances and relationships. So if something goes on in the world, we have military bases strategically around the world to help defend us. And at what point do we think that weakening America and making China and Russia stronger is a good fucking idea? I don't know. But that's where we're at with this administration. And they're letting Elon and his frat boys go running around doing whatever they want. I mean, come on. One of them's name on Instagram or Twitter is Big Balls. Like, is this the guy we want? An 18, 19-year-old kid named Big Balls who got fired from another company for leaking sensitive information, having our information? Also, Elon's other guy, his number one, who's like 24 years old, who was talking about, and I quote, "Let's normalize Indian hate." I quote, "I was racist before it was cool," which, buddy, again, it's never cool to be fucking racist. So you need to move around with that shit. But this is the guy that we have that Elon has in charge of going through the systems, writing code, and getting all of our personal information. It is a fucking wild time in America when we have frat boys with access to all of our information and they're in there writing code, which is scary as fuck. But anyway, back to USAID. Why this is such a big step for the government is not only did they stop the firing of 2,700 people who get to keep their jobs in USAID, which is a great program that helps America, but it's also a Trump-appointed federal judge not bowing to Trump. Our last line of defense against Project 2025 and Elon's agenda are our Democratic governors and, most importantly, federal judges. And Elon just went and attacked this federal judge on Twitter. So let them keep attacking federal judges. It's just going to mean that the what the judges hand down is going to be harsher. And that's great for us. That's great for us that the federal government is finally going to stand up to Donald Trump and help protect the American people. And as long as Trump and Elon keep pissing them off, it'll be even harder sanctions that come down. All right, guys, make sure you do me a favor. As soon as you're done watching this, and I appreciate and love you guys for watching, go over to zuel-world.com. That's Zuel, ZUEL-world.com. Get your MMA Underground merch. You can get your MMA Underground hats. Buddy's got bucket hats, winter hats. Might even have baseball caps. You can get your One World, One Love shirt. You got all the other Zuel merch out there. Buddy V is killing it. Everything is handmade, hand drawn. Buddy V does a lot of work in the community. He sponsors fighters. He does a lot of good. So let's support him. So again, that's zuel-world.com. Go get all your official Yankee and the Brit merch, MMA Underground. You get your Som K's Cardio is T-shirt, and tune in to MMA Underground on Wednesdays because Buddy is always giving out codes and free shit to save money and get free products. And who doesn't like free? And sometimes Buddy even has 50% off. And you know what 50% off is? Halfway to free. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. One world, one love. Dude.
Everything's polluted. The environment, the government, the schools, you name it.
This radio person is the whole problem. Are we going to allow this guy to be heard by anyone who can turn a dial?
You out there? You listening?